Hey everyone, it's Mark here. To celebrate 100 subscribers on my channel, today I just wanted to show you guys my flying setup. So what I have is a custom built, kind of custom designed little table here that I use to mount my HOTAS and have my keyboard and all my other gadgets. So what it is this stuff is called Unistrut, or sometimes known as Cantris. It's this metal slotted C-shaped channel. It's used in construction. I'm an electrician by trade, and we use this stuff all the time in my industry to create pipe racks, just support for conduit, stuff like that. You see it all the time if you kind of look around, but you maybe don't notice it if you're not paying attention. Anyways, it's available at just about any hardware store. And then in combination with, you have these L brackets, over here. And then these are called spring nuts, and you have 3/8 bolts here with washers. Those all kind of combine to make this really nice modular system where you can just cut the strut or the unistrut to length, whatever you need, and then you can attach it using obviously the nuts and bolts, washers, L brackets. And then I was able to find these little kind of claw sort of attachments that dig into the bottom side of the wood and enable me to put a 1/4-inch bolt through to secure my HOTAS to the table. So what I'm using is the Logitech G940. This is old as dirt, and it works great. It has a lot of noise on the axes, but other than that, it does work quite well, or it did work quite well, because unfortunately, just recently I've had a mechanical failure on the stick, which I have repaired, I think 4 or 5 times now, but unfortunately I can't find a way to repair it permanently. Unfortunately, there's just not enough clearance to put anything inside that's going to maintain stability. So I've been kind of gluing it and taping it with various things, but it sort of eventually just fails again. So it looks like it's time to replace it. I haven't given up completely. I think I might take the broken piece to a machine shop and see if they can maybe produce something for me, because unfortunately the equivalent replacements, or at least equivalent in my opinion, are significantly more expensive than what I want to pay right now. So we'll see what happens. So anyways, that's my system, or my setup. I just have a kind of a very, very inexpensive, I think that's probably the cheapest mouse you can buy. It's cordless. And then I have a Logitech G800 keyboard. This is another classic. It's wireless, and the keys light up when you kind of put your hands close to it, which is a great feature for when you're playing at night. I've never really found a keyboard quite like it, and especially it's only $100 where I am, which is pretty decent. I got just a basic Xbox style Windows controller for kind of regular games, and I also use that for some camera controls in DCS. For headset and microphone, this is a HyperX Revolver, I believe it is. It works pretty good. I don't always use it. Sometimes I just kind of use the sound output on my television. And then the HTC Vive. This is just the regular Vive. It's not the Pro or any of the newer updated models. So also works great. No problems. I have base stations mounted kind of up in the corner of the room, and then far end of the room way over there, which is well beyond the recommended distance for mounting. I do notice a little bit more kind of noise or interruption in the tracking doing that, so I don't recommend that to anybody, and I do plan to set it back at some point, but just haven't got around to it yet. So I guess moving on, when I'm not using VR, got this 65-inch Sony Bravia Android TV. Love these TVs. I have 2 of them. They just work fantastic. I love the Android part where you can just kind of go on and get all your Netflix and all that stuff ready to go. And then my PC, I'll probably go over the specs for that another day, but it's basically Intel 9900K with 32 gigs of RAM, SSDs. It's an Asus motherboard. It's, more than kind of what I need. It runs DCS quite well. The only thing a little lacking is a video card. Someone had asked me that on comments to one of the videos previously, and I believe I answered it was a 1080 Ti, but in fact the video card's only a 1070 Ti. Either way, it works well. When I upgrade VR, hopefully in the next year, get a new VR kit, I will definitely have to upgrade the video card at the same time. But in the meantime, it does everything that I needed to do, so it's fantastic. So yeah, that's kind of my setup for when I'm playing DCS. And this, with VR obviously, and such a fairly big space to work with, this couch kind of pulls out of the way nicely, and then I have this whole gigantic kind of room here to do VR work or play. My son also enjoys playing VR. As you can see, I got some mountain bikes here. I also do a mountain bike channel, so if you happen to be interested in mountain biking, I'll post a link to my mountain bike channel. So yeah, I just kind of use this generally as a studio and have kind of my gaming corner over here, and it works quite well. So yeah, that's my setup. And yeah, some other things that I kind of wanted to talk about, just to sort of, again, celebrate 100 subscribers. I've opened an Instagram account for posting screenshots from DCS and any other game that I play. Right now I kind of play Star Citizen quite a bit, Elite I'm into, but I also play a bunch of other stuff. So, if I get a good screenshot, I'm going to put it up on that Instagram account. So the link is up in the banner of my YouTube channel, but I'll also post it in the comments for this video. So please check it out. And if you've got an Instagram account, maybe follow me on there, and I'll try to post as many cool screenshots as I can. There's not a ton up there right now, obviously, because I just started it, but it will grow over time. I'll try to do weekly updates on that one. And yeah, and one other thing, my son is really gotten into DCS lately. He's super excited about it. And one of the things that he wants to try, and something that I've wanted to try since I was like his age, I guess, would be have a realistic replica of a cockpit of a fighter jet. So he kind of captured my imagination a little bit with that, and we started looking into some ways that we could build our own sim pit. So just last week I picked up this thing. It's the Arduino Nano, and we've so far successfully been able to set up like a working button or switches that are read by the computer and can function as joystick inputs or controller inputs. So that was kind of step one of us creating a working sim pit that we hope to be able to use in VR and hook up to the computer and have basically have a modern fighter jet cockpit that fully works with DCS, and we're curious to see how it's going to work with VR. I think it'll work great. Probably just take a little bit of learning to, get your hands to figure out where they are, to feel around for the right buttons and whatnot. But I think it'll be super fun. My son is super excited about it. So that's a project that we'll probably be sharing a lot on the channel as we go. It may not be fast progress. It'll probably be taking a while, especially with like the coronavirus thing going around right now and all that. That's going to kind of, keep the pace a little slow, but definitely look forward to updating that on the channel. And hopefully one day we will have that fully working sim pit. So that's kind of all I wanted to share with you guys for today. And just wanted to again say thanks to everyone who has subscribed. I know obviously my channel's small, and obviously 100 is a drop in the bucket compared to some channels out there, but it's just exciting for me, and it's nice to know that people are a little bit interested in what I'm doing and the tutorials and just the flying videos that I've done. And yeah, just excited to do more of that for you guys. And it's fantastic to kind of see some interest. So really appreciate that. And unfortunately, again, like I said, the hottest the hottest stick is broken, so we probably I won't be doing any videos in the near future, but I am going to try and get that fixed as quickly as possible, and be back flying and be back posting videos for you guys soon. So in the meantime, thanks very much. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next